Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. Joshua Dobbs and the New York Giants taking on J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
To throw on the first play, McCarthy to the sideline and incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Tracy trying the right side. And he's got room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wind wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On third down, they'll throw with McCarthy. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Up the middle, Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. McCarthy off the play fake. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. To the air with McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down to the 36. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 70 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Middle of the field to Jefferson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Throwing is McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. It's Underwood. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Now McCarthy. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And that's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Joseph's got it, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second down, here's Tracy. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, right back to Tracy. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. The throw over the middle, taken in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. They'll hand it to Tracy. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, a fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On to give, it's Tracy. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. It's the fullback with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Underwood. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. It's Underwood. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. McCarthy operating from the gun. Out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Underwood. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brian Burns. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
A ball complete. It's the rookie from Oklahoma.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Isaiah Pacheco, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Christian Watson with a touchdown reception from Jordan Love. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And currently, they are tied with the visiting Bills in that one.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll go again with Tracy to the 27-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. On the ground, here comes Tracy. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Dobbs. Flush to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now the first carry here for their running back. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll run on 1st down. Underwood. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy to the right side and intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down, here's Tracy.
And shelling through the tackle, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Here's Dobbs to throw.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And we certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Now Dobbs. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Rondale Robinson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Giants are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. McCarthy now on 1st down.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchises undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Mekhi Blackman gets in for the tackle. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught at the 7. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
McCarthy going to throw again.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
3rd and 12.
Looking to throw.
McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Deonte Banks with it. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Giants, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.